Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard the Audire Astra from the Honkai Star Rail stream. So originally it was going to be Helldivers today, but two people couldn't make it to the stream, so decided to cancel and stream something else instead. Hello Wraith, Tommy, Cass, Cole. I'm glad you all could be here today. Alright, I'm in the purple rock. I pressed the wrong button actually. Let me switch to the beach. I'm using the purple water. Using my bridge for so long. It's like instinct, so unless I'm intentionally thinking about it, I do not hit the beach button instead. Instant transmission to the beach, yes. We teleported. Also, how long has that been? I'm on the loading screen for about... Well, I started at 7:56 and started stream about 8. So about like 4 to 5 minutes, which is the usual time. So I'm pretty sure that I've been on the time. Moment. Teleportation via waterboarding. Yes. She has the technology. She is the technology. Yet true. I am the technology. Hello, Dr. Wizard. Welcome aboard. I'm Audire Astra, starship vtuber. Let's go to the beach. Welcome to the beach. Welcome to my lovely, lovely beach. We're still on the waiting. Yeah, I don't know why. At 8 p.m. this is still 5 minutes perfect. That's very strange. That might be why you weren't counted as a viewer. Because like, you and Tommy were like actively chatting in my chat, and then the stream was showing me 0 viewers or 0 viewers waiting. It was like, that can't be right. Because for a really long time, YouTube, for like years, like 2 years, YouTube was just like undercounting live stream viewers for some reason. It was happening to me, it was happening to Tommy, and I know for a fact it was also happening to like HoloLive. So it was just hitting like everybody. And then at some point they fixed that bug. And I was just wondering if that bug was back. It's probably not a bug, quote unquote. It's probably like intentional behavior, but for mysterious reasons. But it seems like it fixed after you guys refreshed. But, who knows if it's a bug, who knows if it's I'm calling it a bug because it seems like unintentional behavior, but I feel like if it was really a bug, you wouldn't have taken 2 years to fix it. When it was like very obviously affecting big streamers, like not just random little nobodies like me, but like actually like big streamers with corporate sponsorships and brand deals, and like you actually have contact with people working at YouTube. Speaking of YouTube issues, has anyone been having any issues where you have good internet going and several times a day you open up a page, it brings up the connected internet page? I have not had any issues like that, Wraith. That sounds like something... Well, first off, I would check your router. That would be my first... Make sure you're not getting like packets dropped or anything. And then I would call your ISP. If it's not, it's probably your ISP. But the router is closer than your ISP, so... Also, I need to stop looking down. My hat hides my face when I look down. I need to get used to looking up with this. 2 years to fix? Sounds believable to you. I don't think so. My guess is that like it's some intentional behavior with like the accounts that were like flagged as bots wouldn't count as viewers, but they were flagging like real people as bots, and a lot of people. Like I remember HoloLive, some like people were posting like stats from HoloLive, and noticed like these suddenly just had like a drop of like almost 1/3 of their live view count. So it was like you were just, I think, incorrectly flagging a lot of people, and it took them a really long time to actually decide, oh yeah, so we want to change the way we flag and count these things. And so that's what I think, that's my guess as to what the quote-unquote bug is. Pure speculation. This is pure speculation. Do not take this as like fact in any way. But that's my guess of what happened. Mysterious alien starship, mysterious hat lady. You take 40 Benadryls, will you get to see me? Tommy, if you take 40 Benadryls, you could see anyone, okay? Anyone. There is no predicting who you might be able to see. Cole, you would take 100 Benadryl to see it. Cole, didn't you take like 100 Benadryls at some point? Like, I don't, I don't know if that's an appropriate joke for you to make. Metagross or Jirachi? I mean, I like both Metagross and Jirachi. You defaulted to the lion? I would not be a lion. Also, wait. Who's the... Oh, you mean like the... Wait, who is the sun lion? That was Wellbutrin? Look, Cole. Let's just... We've established you'll take 100 pills. For not very good reasons, okay? You don't need to do that to see me. Anyways, we are here to continue with the March 7th quest. So why don't we get on that? Thank you, Cole. I don't think chat needs to know the specific composition of what you were taking. So Galio? Is that the name of like the dog? Isn't that like the dog from the Shield? Sword and Shield? No? Oh wait, no. I remember now. That was the name of the in Pixelmon, it pops up in the whatchama dimension with all the thingamajigs. With the Ultra Beast? Oh yeah, the Ultra Dimension. And it evolves from like a Cosmog. Right, the Cosmog. Is that an E2 Acheron you are spotting? That is indeed an E2 Acheron you are spotting. I have quite a few constellations in this game. I have put more effort into getting constellations in this game than Genshin Impact, for sure. And way more than Honkai. I've never gone for... In Honkai Impact, I have never gone ever for anything but just like the 5-star by themselves. But Honkai doesn't really have constellations, but I've only ever gone for like one pull in Honkai Impact. And there's only been like one character in Genshin I intentionally went for constellations for. No, there's been two. I went for Navia. No, actually, sorry. 3. Yae Miko, Navia, and Nouvelette. In this game, I've gone for quite a bit more. Which, maybe, I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why. Maybe it's because like this game has much more of an end game, so there's like more point to getting Eidolons. You were dedicated yourself for the E2 Firefly? I do want to get E1 Firefly at some point. I don't know when. Probably on a rerun. Or whenever she reruns, I want to get for E1. Because I didn't realize it until I tried her in Simulated Universe with, you know, the space-time cheese. But, like, if you get your first Eidolon, the enhanced skill does not consume skill points. This is so busted. This just means that, like, the Firefly team never has any trouble with skill points. Ever. Because Firefly is going to be in her enhanced skill state like 90% of the time. So she basically has like negative 0.1, 0.2 in terms of skill point consumption per round. So like that's insane. Anyways, March 7th. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, she's cute looking. I'm not sure how I feel about these little ribbons though. These little hair ribbons. They look cute, but I feel like they would be better as like actual ribbons rather than hair loops. The rest of the outfit looks good. I mean, how did Yoon Lee know March's measurements though? I'm surprised March 7th didn't comment on that at all. Because, like, March, you might have a new admirer. Or stalker.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. But please.
You want your characters to be the best version they can be, better gamble more? It's not really gambling, though. That's why I feel okay. Like, the main reason I feel okay about the gacha in Yo-Yo games is because they do have like a pretty reasonable hard gambling. You know up to how much you will need to get anything in this game. And anything, there is a chance to get lucky and need less than that. And that's not really gambling to me. If gambling had a guarantee, it wouldn't really be gambling.
Then I apologize
think.
in advance, Miss March.
Ready to shine.
Your rerun plans are going Eidolons for adventuring and just getting Robin and her light cone next time. Pray they don't come back at bad timing. Good luck. I'm just continuing to skip adventure. I'm not going back for adventuring. I'm okay with not having adventuring.
Fight.
Understood. Now, I'll ask Master Yanqing to teach me some moves. All right, she has
Close attention.
Boba Tea.
Lawful swordplay is all about
Shifu's attacks can accumulate charge for March 7th. Oh. So, comment. It's pronounced Shifu. Although in Kung Fu Panda, they pronounce it Shifu. So, I'm going to pronounce it Shifu here. Just know that is the correct pronunciation. It's just Shifu. Let's go gambling. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it.
swords descend. Ignore him.
You're still gambling? That's still a gamble, Audire? No. A gamble is when you don't know what the outcome will be, other than probabilistically. But in gachas with hard pity, it's not probabilistic. You know exactly when it will happen, and there's a probability of it being better.
Old metal. Just between us. Which one do you want to strike?
Old Metal? Is that the name of her sword?
On time, like this? Well done. Yeah. Strike apart. Time for swordplay.
How does Yanqing's follow-up attack work? Because I don't actually know.
What? I'm starting to get the hang of it. Strike apart. You'll make good practice. Practice is over. Swords descend.
OMFG outside. Tommy, I know memes.
Time to show you what I can really do.
Wait. We have to slow it down to see her ult.
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. Watch this!
Okay, I was not expecting that. Oh, that pose was cute.
Isn't this sword technique? Shouldn't I be saying something?
Oh my gosh, you get the line for when she ults. That's adorable.
Again. Yes, you.
Alright, let's see Yungli's. Wait, oh wait. Huh?
Clouds severing mountains.
Does Yungli's ult has like a delay on it? Interesting. Oh my gosh.
That's how a true master does it.
I don't understand. I need to actually like read her abilities, how she works, but it seems like that she gets a buff at some randomly buffs herself. Well, it's probably not random. There's probably like some condition that I just don't know.
Nice job. Right on time.
You know what the outcome is before the pity happens? No, but that doesn't mean it's gambling. Like gambling has a specific definition. It doesn't mean just any probabilistic thing.
A one-time enemy. Strike with heart.
He's not very creative with names. It's okay. She's cute.
Yes, you.
She makes up for it.
A one-time enemy.
Yanqing's follow-up was a random chance at full health. Ew. I do not like abilities based on random chance. Using March's hair but for Jingliu's model, it was cute but cursed.
I didn't
Oh no, God, no! I don't wanna imagine what that looks like.
intense.
Oh, it's a counter. Hello, Maria Paz Gonzalez Lesme. I'm sure I horribly butchered the pronunciation on that. Welcome aboard. I am Audire Astra, starship vtuber. Maria Paz Gonzalez Lesme. I don't know. I'm sorry. Spanish is not my first or second or third language, so.
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused. But don't worry, that's totally normal.
Well, that clearly means that Yanqing is the better master for March 7th.
To make heaps of progress.
Given the situation, I believe Miss March should start by working on her
Strength.
footwork.
Seriously, do you actually know
You
anything about
only knows how to.
I could ask you the same thing.
Do you even have any technique? You just swing around like that huge, giant baseball bat.
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force. What good is being quick on your feet if you don't have strength? It's not like we're dancing here.
Skilled sword masters know how to play to their strengths and work on their weaknesses. Start with what you're good at,
No,
then tackle your weaknesses.
I'm absolutely siding with Yanqing. Like, I think Yanqing is just objectively correct here. Because when you're talking about a beginner, specifically a beginner, she began like what, 10 minutes ago? You start with the strengths. You want to make them feel good. If you just start with their weaknesses, that makes them feel bad and it discourages them and they don't want to learn anymore. You need to start with what they're good at first and make them feel good about it. And that way they want to learn. That will encourage them to be able to power through the bad parts.
You're quite the theorist, huh?
Isn't the pity still a 50-50? There's an early pity that's 50-50, but there's also a hard pity that's guaranteed.
Theorist, you claim to be able to talk to swords.
It's fine, you can call me Mary,
You,
if
a
easier.
lunatic?
I could call you Mary or Maria, if that's okay. I can't trill my tongue like they do in Spanish. So, like the Spanish R's, I can't never be able to do that. But I'll just call you Mary or Maria. I hope one of those is okay. It's just only one of his buff is active, which gets removed if he takes damage. Ah, okay, that's why he can't take damage. She has technique in the form of weight distribution, and that's about it. I mean, I guess it takes technique to wield a sword that like weighs 3 times as much as you,
Come on.
but that's more like supernatural powers as opposed to like sword technique. I don't know if March 7th can learn that.
It doesn't matter which one comes first.
But it does matter. Just listen to me, March 7th.
It does matter. It does matter. I agree with both of them on that part. You'd say a woman after your own heart if you didn't hate her? Wait, who do you hate? Oh, working on weaknesses first? It's okay. Thank you, Maria. Audire works to work on our tongue play. What the hell, Cole? Bonk. Mods, bonk this man. New path, the hunt on... Oh, this makes sense that it's like we're gonna be able to swap them as opposed to just being a new character. I didn't think we'd actually get the ability to swap characters that from like different paths. Oh wait, that's great. That I don't need to level her again. I mean, she still needs like a new light cone and everything. New traces? Yeah, she's gonna need new traces. But at the very least, I don't have to level her again. That's nice. Yeah, I'm surprised because Imbiber Lune and Dan Hung are like totally separate characters, so that's how I was expecting it to work. But then those are a 4-star and a 5-star, so as opposed to this one, they're both 4 stars. So I guess because they're the same rarity, they feel more okay about. They feel like we can just slap them on the same character.
Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang
You're
and
getting the
Papa,
squeaky
we're
missile.
all good here on this Yanzhou Lafu.
Brute strength of your spell. Oh yeah, you do like playing like the barbarians and the melee classes in D&D, don't you? The paladins and the whatchamacallit, the fighters.
As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to 2 Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance.
Lee looks so annoyed. Like she looks something's bothering her a little bit.
One of them is Yenqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li, the granddaughter of General Hua Yan from the Xianzhou Juming.
March, Dan Hung, and Travis are now the imaginary friends. Ha 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 ha. I'll give you a slow clap for that one, Mary. You can't hear it because of my noise cancellation, but I'm clapping for you right now.
Both masters are super strict, giving me a real taste of how hard
The
sword training
traces,
can
though, still kill you? Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the traces are the hardest part of leveling any character in this game. But,
be. I tried to
you know,
drag her into this,
I'll take
but
my
she
W's where I
refused.
can get them.
Then I tried to
If I
rub
don't
her
have to
in,
spend the
but
experience cards to level them up, that's good enough.
Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks,
I mean,
my sword
I
skills have
feel like
improved
Dan
a lot.
Hung
Both my masters think
Dan
I'm
Hung
really
doesn't
talented
need a
in
sword
swordplay,
lessons from. Like,
and
Dan
are
Hung already
fighting
beat
each other to
the
teach me
snot
their
out of
skills.
Yanqing before. Like, Dan Hung doesn't need lessons from him. I mean, he wasn't using a sword, but I think Dan Hung's fine.
I've actually made some progress. When I get back to the Express, I'll definitely show off my skills and impress you all. Looking forward to
Even in
your
real life, your
reply.
ideal weapon is a
Yours,
club.
March 7th.
Oh, at least have like a bat or like a mace or something. A club is just like, that's the weapon of a caveman. Or like, at least like a hammer. You know, something more refined than a club. Don't worry, you have enough erudition to make for it. Your puns are abundant. You and Tommy would get along. That's all I'm going to say on that subject. Is Marge still an ice element character with her swords? No, she's an imaginary. Is Marge still an ice element character with her swords? No, she's an imaginary. Is Marge still an ice element character with her swords? No, she's an imaginary. Is Marge still an ice element character with her swords? No, she's an imaginary. Is Marge still an ice element character with her swords? No, she's an imaginary. Is Marge still an ice element character with her swords? No, she's an imaginary. Is Marge still an ice element character with her swords? No, she's an imaginary. Is Marge still an ice element character with her swords? No, she's an imaginary. Is Marge still an ice element character with her swords? No, she's an imaginary. Is Marge still an ice element character with her swords? No, she's an imaginary. Is Marge still an ice element character with her swords? No, she's an imaginary. Is Marge still an ice element character with her swords? No, she's an imaginary. Is Marge still an ice element He was using a spear, and according to Fire Emblem, spears beat swords. I mean, in real life, spears beat swords too, so.
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
In real life, there is almost zero reason to use a sword. That's not true. So this is just like something to explain. Swords were sidearms. Like, the swords were the pistols, and spears or polearms were like rifles. People had swords as backup weapons for because swords are more portable than spears. So yeah, when you go to war, you use a spear or a polearm of some kind. But when you're or a bow, actually, or a bow or a polearm. But when you're just walking around, you need to defend yourself, or on the battlefield and your spear is broken or something, or you threw it, that's when you bring out the swords. Just you watch. I'll win a fight when the time comes.
Just you wait and see. I'll show off my skills in the ring and
They're
win
more for
a match.
decoration and to show
I'll
off.
make both of you proud.
Again, no, swords were like legitimate weapons. They're just sidearms. Like, in war, you still come up with situations where you might have to use a pistol.
Can you believe it? March 7th.
Like, there's plenty of situations in real life where you would want to use a pistol. And those are like equivalent to the situations which you would want to use a sword. But just generally, when you're like going to war on the battlefield, you know you're fighting, you wouldn't bring the sword as your primary weapon.
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Oh, shut up.
It's all
Okay, if the hat's gonna get in the way all day, I'm just gonna... Hat be gone.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Xianzhou blades can improve your touch.
Oh, let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword? Or maybe a flying sword?
Oh no, March 7th, do you know what you've done?
There's no such thing as the most powerful
Okay.
sword. It's all about the skill of the sword master.
Okay.
Wield several flying swords,
Okay.
while I only wield one.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna give Yunli credit. I expected
Commission?
her to just instantly be, obviously, great swords are the best. That's why I wield it. But at least she was like, it's all about personal preference.
You'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Oh my god, Yenchi's response, that was such a little kid response. Oh my gosh, he is just a kid at heart. First you didn't kick butt, second you'll never kick my butt.
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the war dance.
Alright, March 7th, you're the adult. It's time for you to step in. It's time for you to show off.
Arguing again? I thought things had been improving between you lately.
I think Yanqing is still like a kid even by Luofu or mortality. I think he's 14. I think he's like, if I recall correctly, he is like literally just 14 years old.
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Luo Fu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason...
Which I'm assuming Yun Li is around the same age.
Of their own.
Which,
Turns out...
I mean, if she's around the same age, normally girls hit their puberty faster than guys. So normally you would expect the girl to be taller than the boy at this age. So maybe she's actually younger. Yun Li might be like 12 or something. I don't know. Maybe the Xianzhou Immortals, they hit puberty
Tomorrow
late.
is the big day of the war dance. Shouldn't you two be focusing
Sleep
on
deprived
your
Yanqing be
skills
like, time for snort
teaching
play.
sword?
Haha, very funny, Cole. Or not called Tommy. Very funny Tommy.
That's right.
Like I said, you and Maria
Pops from the
would get
Yao-Qing.
along great. March 7th is the only adult here and we're all doomed? Yes. This is Mr. Jiaoqiu.
This is Mr. Jiaoqiu, the healer working for the
Wouldn't they
general
both be in
Sanzhou
puberty at
Yao-Qing.
14? I mean, Yunli does not look like she's in puberty. Like, maybe she just started. Like, maybe she's been puberty for a year.
Ah, got it. So, you're the participant attending the war dance on behalf of the Yao-Qing. And you were trying to sneak a peek at our training?
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't know anything about martial arts.
Wow, Yunli's
I'm
so
just here on the
defensive.
general's orders to take care of some official business. I didn't mean to interrupt your
Oh
training.
yeah, you heard that this guy...
Be on my way.
Yeah, I'm intending to roll for him. Because
Nothing about martial arts.
the one thing my
Earlier.
Acheron team is really lacking is a nihility, either a nihility, some kind of defensive nihility character, which Jiaoqiu sounds like he's going to be.
Pondering about what to learn. I couldn't help
If he can apply a debuff with his normal attack, I will 100% be rolling for him, because that's mostly what I want. I want a defensive character that can apply debuffs without using skill points. That's what I want out of him. If he doesn't do that, if he does something else, I'll have
From
to
my professional
depend on his actual
experience,
skills.
Cleavers, slicers, chopping knives, and carving.
From a
knives
personality
are just
perspective, I can't really say that
kind of like
I'm sold
frying,
on him
sautéing,
from a personality or design
deep
perspective.
frying in cooking.
But
They're just ways for people to show off their skills.
he
How
look,
you
he
use
would
them
be
really depends
if he
on
actually works the way I want, it would be really big for Acheron. So we'll roll.
It's like your sword teaching methods. If you align your ingredient, in other words, your apprentice's natural tendencies,
He's
with
just
the right
Gunnifin, but better.
cooking method, by which I mean the teaching
Oh,
method that best suits
Gunnifin
you,
does apply
she'll
a
make
debuff
double
with her
the
basic
progress
attack, so that would
in
be
half
what
the
I
time.
want.
For example, golden egg.
Well, better than
tastes
early
best when
bloomer?
fried.
No, I think early bloomer is better than late bloomer.
Yellow boulder beef when simmered.
Late bloomers will tend to get bullied more
Ingredients.
than
I mean,
early boomers.
apprentices.
Bloomers, not boomers. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry.
All this talk about food is making me hungry.
Aren't you a healer? Why are you talking about
I don't think so. Okay, Cole. Who gets bullied more? The tall, strong people, or the small people? Generally speaking, it's the small people. So the late bloomers that are going to get bullied more.
It's called the Ranja School that specializes in food therapy. So it's only natural that I know a thing or
Food
two about
therapy. Sign me up.
So, you're the general's cook?
I'm a healer. But anyway, a cook who isn't interested
Okay.
in health doesn't make for a good
Sign me up for some food therapy. I'm
Fine.
down for that.
Call me a cook if you want. Seeing the way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic who likes to blabber on about martial arts.
You don't get bullied and you're small, maybe because you'll cry and make it really awkward.
Reality.
Well, I'm not saying that if you're small, you will get bullied. It's just
The
that
art of healing inherent.
you're more likely to get bullied if you're small than if you're tall and big and strong. Why suddenly getting all serious with kids?
Why is this guy suddenly getting all serious with kids?
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in my hand?
In your experience, the big people are usually calmer and the small ones are always trying to start stuff? I mean, that's a very specific experience. I think there might be some truth to that. They're like the small people will try to compensate
This
for their stature with their personality, maybe. So maybe that part might be part of why.
Flower named Yabra.
Ugh, is it poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body during surgery, making them painless throughout the entire process. However,
Well, if one drop can do that, then probably 2 drops will just kill
increase
him.
the dose or the potency, and it'll slow the metabolism, making the blood thin and resulting in the loss of all senses.
Wait, is he threatening to just drug the children to death? Is he threatening them right here?
Can save lives or take them. It's more powerful than the swords in your hands.
That may be so, but still, I prefer settling.
What is the purpose of this? Zhao Chu, what did you show up to do? What is the
Looks like
purpose
I
of
did
this?
get you all wrong. You're not a feeble scholar, but a sinister and despicable one.
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing some.
He's not good with people, is he?
Not persuading you to poison.
He might be autistic. I'm not. I'm not gonna diagnose him yet, but he has some troubles with communication.
I can't tell if that's an honorable thing or sinister.
Picture this: 2 individuals.
There was even one where he pissed off the big guy and just slammed the small one on the table and shut him up.
The other lying down.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The big guy is more likely to beat up the small guys.
In the throes of combat, where life and death hinge on a singular moment, every idea fades into nothingness. The only thing that matters is staying alive.
Oh, now he's trying to give them a lesson on like what real war is like.
Shapes all notions of worth, be it integrity or treachery. In my eyes, their significance is negligible.
Perhaps you've underestimated Yunli and me, Mr. Jiao Cho. We may be young, but we've seen our fair share of war.
Well, then you should know that the war dance is nothing more than a contest. So why are you so focused on it?
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the
For
war
real,
dance,
Audire
I
Astra
asked the
was.
general,
I am offended by
"Cloud Knights are
that.
supposed to charge into the fray and slay enemies. Why do we have to swing swords in a ring just to please an audience?" And this is how the general replied. "To unsheath your sword in a ring is no different than on the battlefield. As your sword reveals the might of all Cloud Knights, the war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue and forge alliances from all over the cosmos."
All right, Yunli.
When we
What do you have to
unsheath
say
the
about
sword
that?
without drawing blood, we not only display our might, but also the martial virtue of the Cloud Knights.
That's quite an insightful statement, Yanqing. Well, my apologies for being so short-sighted. I've been on the lawful for quite some time, but I haven't had the chance to see.
I feel like Zhao Chu's up to something. Like, what were you doing here in the first place?
Piqued my curiosity. Would you mind showing me around?
You want to see the sky?
I mean, he seems genuinely to care about Fei Xiao. I don't think he was lying when he was talking about
Either, right?
that,
Well then, I'll give you all a tour.
but he's a little sus. Don't you like know exactly how many organs people can live without? Yeah. And? That's just like basic medical knowledge, really.
Let's go. I'll give you a tour of the Sky Splitter.
Audire is the autism wrangler? What? Autism wrangler? Just because I have a few friends that are
Looks like
autistic.
a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the Sky Splitter.
What's up, Mr. Jiao Cho?
What? Did I say something?
It's nothing.
Do you see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky Splitter.
Also, that autism is like BDSM post and got a little bit too excited. But what? Do you mean the one where like you're not a like it's something like you're not a masochist, you just like tops because you're autistic and they're direct with what they want?
It doesn't look all that impressive from this distance.
Really? I mean, I think that looks pretty cool. I mean, you don't really see a lot of spaceships with this style. I think it looks cool.
The skies
I have nothing to complain about.
Decommissioned Lawfu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until the war dance officially commences. Tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar, I'll be there representing the Cloud Knights of the Xianzhou Lawfu. Standing in the ring.
Yeah, something like
ready
that.
to take on challengers.
I
all over
don't
the
think that was.
cosmos.
I don't think the takeaway message was that it was autism is like BDSM. I think it was more.
Since I was a kid,
Autism is.
training in swordplay.
It's more that like
in general.
what autistics
Every day,
like using
I'd swing my
BDSM
sword
terms.
10,000 times, and then thrust it 10,000 times, repeating the process over and over. I understand that I'm not like other kids. I never envied the toys and freedom they all had. I never found sword practice boring or hard, even in the thick of battle. Facing down savage abominations, I never felt scared. Each day, I could feel myself getting stronger and stronger, and I racked up
Young Lee here in this picture,
It's the best feeling.
she looks like she's really into Yanqing's story. She looks happy. I think that looks like a smile. It doesn't sound like it doesn't look like they're just arguing.
Tough opponent. And just one slash shattered my confidence into 1,000 pieces. That's when I felt true fear for the first time.
You don't think your desire to be controlled is related to your autism? You think it's more related to your depression and apathy? Oh yeah, Cole, you wanting someone to just tell you what to do with your life is not. Yeah, that's not autism. That's just you.
I had to pick up the pieces and try to put myself back together. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to find my old
Aww.
happy self again.
Aw, poor baby.
I often ask myself, why do I wield my sword? If defeat is inevitable, why do I continue to fight? Is it to reclaim the joy of victory? To meet the General's expectations? Or to secure my honor among the Cloud Knights? While the General could teach me the art of swordplay, he couldn't teach me why I should keep on going. He said, the reason must
Man,
be
Yanqing's really just
myself.
pouring his heart out here.
Struggling to find that reason. But after talking with you, Mr. Zhao Chou, I think I already have that reason in mind. As a member of the Cloud Knights and the General's apprentice, I've had a weight on my shoulders. And I know there's still more to shoulder. But when I wield my sword, it feels like I'm letting go of everything. I love the feeling of giving it my
Okay.
all.
That's when you know
Obstacle in front of me,
you're born to do something.
pressing
If you can just lose.
that's
I envy people who can just completely lose themselves in
my sword.
something like that.
Oh, Yanqing. So young.
So kind of thing where you can just forget about everything else while you're doing it and focus only on that. Oh, Yanqing's so young and yet so grown up.
Doesn't really matter. All sword masters will understand how I feel.
I get it. Looks like all the kids on the Lawfu live tough lives. So,
If defeat is inevitable,
about
you continue to fight to
Xiao?
give a chance to those who come after you.
It's not polite.
Oh yeah,
to
you
ask
get
for
3 March 7th
No matter
idle
which
for free.
Xianzhou ship you're on.
Does that mean you have to gacha for the rest? 'Cause I'd assume like all of her eidolons were free.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking if you have a dream like Yanqing has.
You don't talk like a cook. You sound more like a TV host or something.
Need I repeat myself again? I'm a healer.
have a dream like Yanqing does. The only reason I'm participating in the Ringmaster's Challenge is because
And that's not good. Okay, this is the kind of thing where, like, after Yanqing wins, he'll be like, the master, his grandfather will be like, the reason you lost was because you didn't have a dream, and he did.
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled with swords.
I bet you've got nothing better on your mind. My father was a craftsman on the Xianzhou Juming. Because of his foolishness, many innocent people fell victim to the cursed swords he forged.
Cursed forge?
It's been clear
Cursed
that
swords?
everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands. Giving them a sword is no different than being cruel to the innocent. So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword, I want to take it away from them.
So that's why she likes to steal people's swords.
War dance ringmaster.
The
I'm
Freudian
stepping up to
excuse.
challenge him, to ensure the precious sword doesn't fall into the hands of an unworthy master.
Hey, what do you mean by an unworthy master?
Your dream was to make video games, so you failed every single coding class you took. You could do other things on a video game. Yeah, there's plenty of other jobs.
It's not easy
Sound
for
design,
kids on
art.
Juming either.
I mean, those are the two main things.
Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost and confused. I've served countless cloud nights in my life. And
Writing?
plenty of exceptional.
What happened, Mr. Zhao?
Writing's really easy to get, though.
Oh, nothing. I was just reminded of
Like, you don't have to write specifically for video games. You can just write in general and be hired to write for video games.
Judging from my professional perspective,
Marketing is,
both of you
again, like,
possess
marketing is, like, not really video game
Your
specific.
energies
You can go to school for
raging
marketing
fires and mighty gales.
and just
The upcoming
get hired at a
fights,
video game company, but
definitely
also,
impressive.
you know, I have thoughts about marketing.
We've seen the Sky Splitter and toured the Stargazer Navalia. I guess it's time to say goodbye.
If it's so easy, why can't you do it? I don't think I said it was easy.
What? You're leaving already?
Let me try to get into that. You felt like coding is just not something you're big on, always needed help.
I've been working hard too.
I mean, I did a bunch of, I'm reasonably good at coding for, like, as like an amateur. I did well in my coding
It's
classes,
getting late, Miss March. Unlike you lot, I'm
but
grown up,
I just
bound
never
by
had the motivation
responsibilities
to actually, like,
and duties. The tasks entrusted to me by the general won't
make
complete
programs.
themselves. By the way, Yanqing, is it normal to have so many people wandering around in an automated area like the Stargazer Navalia?
Marketing is kind of like poison for video games. I mean, marketing is really important, like, obviously, but it's just,
Actually,
I think conventional marketing
since you're all
wisdom
guests,
might be,
I made an exception, so
very ineffective. And I think probably marketing departments are overpaid.
I understand. Well, I'll take my leave. I wish you both the best of luck in the ring tomorrow.
Like, you managed the classes, but coding just felt like you got easily lost. If that makes you feel any better, Wraith, from my understanding of talking to professional programmers and just like seeing them chat on Twitter,
About my dream, but he didn't
I think
even ask
most people just feel lost in coding. Like, it doesn't seem like anybody really knows what they're doing.
Tour of the Sky Splitter.
Or if they do, it's like very one specific area.
why don't we
Most people are,
take a day off?
most people are just trying to figure stuff out as they go along.
You want to secretly practice swordplay by yourself? Dream on.
You know, cramming before a fight never works out. For some reason, seeing the Sky Splitter has boosted my confidence. So, I've decided to conserve my strength for tomorrow. All right, I'll take you out of the Stargazer
That's true.
Navalia.
That's a very good idea. When you're like studying for an exam, you should take, instead of cramming the night before, you should take a break the day before. Like, study just enough so like you're not forgetting stuff, but don't like cram. Because if you've actually studied properly, you should know everything you need to know by that point. And one more day of studying is not going to make that much of a difference. This is for like big tests, like not like your average school exam, like big tests.
Oh, just shut up, Red Fang. This is not a beast ship. I need some time to take care of things. You will
That sounds very
indulge the
suspicious.
skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause.
That sounds very suspicious.
Can't handle it. Do you realize how many ships we need?
Reminds you, the first coding class you had an awful professor. Oh, tell me about it, Rafe.
I'm doing my best, all right? It takes time to figure all this out. When the guns go off tomorrow, all eyes will be on it. That'll be our only chance.
Are we gonna be able to do something around this?
There.
Wait, are these guys Borisons that have managed to disguise themselves as not furries? Oh my god, they're furries who've adopted human sonas.
Guys,
Oh my god, they're reverse furries.
Impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders loitering in Stargazer Navalia? And a bunch of kids at that.
Hey, kids.
Is that what they meant by willing to take this thing in the beast? I think so, that's my guess.
I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break in and do what you want.
What are you calling kids?
First of all, I'm an adult. Second, I didn't just break in.
The way she said that, oh my god. The way March 7th said that could not have sounded less adult. She could not have sounded more like a child there. First of all, I'm an adult. Oh my god.
yeah, we flew here on a starscape.
That was wonderful.
Whoosh.
Wait. Yanqing, what are you doing? Yanqing, are you actually pretending to be a child? I mean, you are a child, but are you actually, like, acting like a child?
It's off limits to the public, you know?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play an Everhunt plane.
I'm psychic damage. This is inflicting psychic damage on me. Yun-Li, are you gonna play along?
Yeah, sure.
Are you gonna play along,
You
Yun-Li?
there?
No, okay, no. He just runs up.
Me. Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good. We should leave.
Oh my god, I can't believe he just did that. Audire is weak to psychic damage. I'm not weak to psychic damage, I'm weak to cringe.
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt planes.
Come on. Can't you read the room? Something is definitely wrong with the 3 people we just met.
Yun-Li's not good with people, is she?
Anyone could see that. I just wanted to hear you say it again. That pink-haired fox tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint. But you didn't seem to be paying attention at all.
What's the orbital beam made up of? Well, right now it's gonna be made up of like
I knew that.
10 million gallons of water. That Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yanqing.
Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yanqing at all. That's really weird.
What? Is he famous on the Lavu or something? Not even the Cloud Knights on the Juming, who all know my glory.
You'll live if you get hit by it
Recognize
then?
my face.
Doubt.
You have a point.
A Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission, and a craftsman. They're from various departments, and the reason for the overhaul seems legit. But one of them blurted out some weird
Anyways, the
language
first
just
lab he
now.
got in the class, he started with a bunch of coding he had up on the projector and had to copy stuff to keep up.
I have a feeling that if we secretly tail them, we'll definitely catch these
Oh,
guys in the
Cast.
act.
I didn't say anything about drowning. I was thinking more about obliteration
Follow
from
my
the
lead
sheer.
and be
Okay,
careful
so
not to
first
blow our
off, I need you guys to understand, if you just drop water or ice from orbit, it is going to be superheated vapor by the time it hits the ground. just because of the as it heats up from the atmosphere. So it's not just, it's 10 million gallons of superheated water falling at like 10 million, or like it's going to be falling at like supersonic speeds. It's not going to be, breathing is going to be the least of your worries. It's stuff, look, anything that's coming down from orbit is going to hurt a lot.
Those little brats won't take up much space. There are boxes all over this place. Just dump them into one and no one will notice.
If you ask the professor about an issue during the lab, he'd get upset for not following along. It was just dumb. Okay, so he was just like not suited for. So some. Okay, it's interesting. But some professors are like. Some university professors like they don't care about teaching at all. Like they're only there to do research, but like usually the university forces them to teach classes, and they really don't want to be teaching. So I wonder if he was someone like that. Was it like an older fellow or a younger fellow?
So where are we heading next? To check the freight skiffs. We've got a lot of
Yeah, that might be it then.
Also, don't forget to take those crates with you. Weapons, supplies. We've got to
I
be well prepared.
I feel like we should just beat the three of them up right now. Just beat them up, take them into custody.
I have no clue, but they seem to be moving those crates.
Just beat them up and interrogate them. How hard is this? You are literally a police officer, Yangqing. You actually have the authority to just arrest them on the spot.
Ugh, so cramped in here.
I can hardly breathe.
Just hang in there.
I feel like this is a very bad idea. After what feels like an entire Amber era of holding breath in silence, you heard the sound of the crate touching down.
Cargo here for now, all right? Then we'll move on to inspect the ships. Lord Mach talks.
The only coding you ever attempted was simple modding in CNC Generals, but you did make the very basic work. Yeah, like most of the coding I've done since college has been video game modding.
Shipping schedule. You two, come with me. Is it just me?
I also did some very basic scripting for this model actually to make the sounds work, because it turns out like you actually have to like write code to play sounds during animations in Unity. Like there's not just a function for that, and you have to actually write your own.
Looks like they're planning to escape on the
So I actually
skiff
had to
Stargazer Navalia.
look up how to do that and write the code myself
They keep talking about their
for the
plans.
sound effects
Where do they
with this
come
model.
from, and what do they want to do on the Xianzhou?
They're definitely up to something bad. Wait, they disappeared.
Yeah, they disappeared because you're too busy talking.
Tread softly, breathe quietly, and make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight as soon as there's any sign of activity. Watch out! They're on high alert!
No, they're not. They saw nothing. They saw nothing. Oh, wait, actually, no, wait, that's not entirely true. I tried programming a visual novel at one point.
Did he spot us? Quickly, hide!
Which I guess that sort of counts. It's not like advanced programming or anything, but it was technically it was a game project. Oh darn!
Looks like
Why are they? Looks like they're planning to escape.
You can't write to date Audire. It was not a dating sim. Okay, it was not a dating sim.
Something bad. Wait, they disappeared. Let's catch up to them.
There's one Unity project you wish it had. You created a pinball game for a class project, but I'd love to modify it some. Oh, that sounds interesting. I remember one class project I had to do. I made a vertical scrolling shooter, like one of those, little like fighter,
Quickly, hide!
space fighter games, vertical scrolling. Boo, what's the point of visual novel then? To tell a story, Cole.
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get over here! Shuhard, I'm coming!
These guys are totally Borison. They are totally the reverse
We should catch
furries.
up to them. Quick, watch out! They're on high alert. Did he spot us? Quickly, hide!
We're hiding. We're hiding.
Watch out! They're on
Oh, no,
high
no, no,
alert.
no. Okay. We're fine. We're fine.
What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms, but I'm pretty sure they're not members of the Skyfaring Commission.
They're reverse
Starship
furries.
or the Cloud
They're furries with human sonas.
Suspicious.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them. That way, if they do anything,
Just arrest them. Yanqing, you are literally a police officer. Just arrest them. Like, you didn't hesitate to try to arrest Inhibitor Lunate and Blade at the same time.
Look at this. A freight star skiff.
Why are
with
you
enough
so
room
hesitant
fit
to
at least
arrest
20
people
of my
now?
men. I'll let the others know and have them prepare more star skiffs.
Well, these seem better than this. Yeah, the Gibson stealth messenger are tough. I'm saying, hello, Sarah, for welcome aboard. I don't know what you were saying, Sarah. I think this is your first message here today. Did it get cut off by YouTube, maybe?
There will be beast ships waiting.
Is the
for us.
abundance the furry god? No, Yaoxi's like a hot monster woman. She's not a furry.
Moktok is ready. The revival of our ancient
Lord
Moktok.
Moktok?
All hinges on
Moktok?
this operation.
They really named him Moktok?
What did he just say?
What kind of monster? I mean, she's not really like a monster. She's just like human mostly, but she's got some like monstrous features. Oh, you were just agreeing with you on Yanqing?
Who's there?
Oh, thank you. Also, I am Audire Astra, Starship VTuber. Welcome aboard. Okay, so now's the part where we arrest them.
I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
Oh, see? These shed their human sonas. Their true furry forms revealed.
force, I could take 10 of you.
Adusa! Die, you lowly beasts!
Ah, yes, to them we're the beasts. Let me actually read how March 7th skills work now. Basic skill makes a single ally become Shifu when using basic attacks where triggers corresponding effect based on Shifu's task. Deals imaginary damage to a single enemy and increases the hits per attack. After Shiva uses an attack or ultimate, Marcellin gains charge. When using 7 points of charge, Marcellin immediately takes action. Ah, okay. Okay.
Here you go, Master.
Funnily enough, Acheron is one of the characters who could teach her swordplay.
I see through you.
I do not have a skill point to actually
Did that hurt?
use which one skill with, but this is only a story mode fight, so I'm pretty sure we'll be alright here. Yaoshi is the AI. Yeah, her name is Yaoshi.
How is this possible?
We gotta fight back against. Yes, we must fight the hordes of invading furries.
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form.
These two patches are all about defeating the furries. The furry menace must be stopped.
Wait, that means
The Borisin have infiltrated the Xianzhou.
Well, how did the Borisin manage to infiltrate the Xianzhou?
March, it's kind of a stupid question because they just revealed how they can shapeshift. They can adopt human sonas.
simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. Their skin colors would alter their
Oh my
appearance
god.
and be
Can you
indistinguishable
imagine that?
from Foxians.
Like they just shave, just start wearing Luofu clothes and shave and hi guys. How's everyone doing? It'd be like, hey kids. You know, that one meme.
They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring.
Do you think that furries like the wolfmen here would use their claws in war, would use weapons like humans? I mean, they're using their claws. We could just see that. They were just using their claws earlier.
Let me check this fake cloud.
You imagine it would look like those naked bears? Oh my god, those are horrifying.
Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
Yes, I have, Cole. They're horrifying.
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lujun before. It was a few weeks ago when we were transporting the Borisin prisoners.
Oh,
They
did
could
those
forge official
prisoners
identities and
break
move around
out
the Xianzhou without
and then
raising
like take the
suspicion.
identities?
Oh no.
Even worse. If you find one
Or-
cockroach on the express,
Oh no.
it
Or
usually means
it means that they've actually been there way longer.
There are more Borisin hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than
No,
just
those are like
information.
these are like long-term spies, and the prison.
Got to report this to the
So that means the Borisin attacked the IPC. They wanted to get captured. That was their plan. They wanted to get captured to get on board the Luofu, where their men on the inside would then release them when the time is right. Yeah, but does it make sense to use claws if you're at war with someone who uses spears? I mean, they're also like cursed with supernatural abundance powers, so yeah, sure. It depends on how, if your claws are, that strong. Maybe.
I am glad to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm Fei Xiao, the general of the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Man, I wasn't going to roll for her, but I think I might have to. She just looks so sharp. Like, she looks real
Let me introduce
snappy.
you. The one dressed in green.
He's the reincarnation of Imbibitor Lune, and the person behind him is the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you.
Fair, but you mean in general? Yeah, in general, probably not.
Outside the reports from the Luofu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yaoqing has
I
also
mean,
gathered
so it
plenty
depends
of
on the way, like,
information
if you're a beast man, it depends on the way your, like, hands actually, or paws actually work. Like, maybe, like, holding spears isn't actually practical, so I imagine you develop, if that's the case, I imagine you develop some kind of weapon more suited to your own hands. But it would probably, like, it'd be like a spear, because you need reach. in some way or form. Jing Yuan didn't tell us about your intentions at all.
Oh, he didn't. That doesn't sound like the divine.
She looks great.
force.
Yeah, she does have shorts. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's not just wearing a Chinese dress like most of the other characters. Like, she's like, it's like a half dress.
Tell her the truth.
And then she's also has shorts on.
According to General,
She's got like a half skirt and then shorts underneath. So it's not really a Chinese dress.
Crisis, and all Arbiter Generals should pay attention to the Ruin Author's movements. Over the years, the Destruction's minions have wreaked havoc on countless worlds, and the Alliance has been keeping an eye on them. But no one expected them to join hands with the remnants of the Abundance.
You wonder what weapon would that be like? Well, it depends specifically on how much their paws are paws versus how much they are actually like hands. Like if they're just like wolf paws, they wouldn't be able to hold a spear at all. But also, if they're like that level of furry, it would be very hard for them to like have a civilization. Kind of need thumbs for tool use.
While I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missing from the report.
Man, I feel like Fushan should be here. She should be able to give context.
Let me be clear. The questions I'll ask might not reflect my
She is quite
actual
smartly
thoughts,
she's
so please don't take
very
offense if any of my
I
questions
really like
seem
this
harsh.
character design. Like,
Please go ahead, General. But keep in mind we can
it
only
really
answer based on what
like
we
does a
know.
good job of
And perhaps
presenting her
you already have the
personality,
answers to your
where she's very like snazzy and fashionable, while also like not falling into a distinct pre-established style. Like it's a really good character design.
I like it.
Even though, of course, I love fancy dresses.
Right now, her intentions are unknown, and Jing Yuan wants us to be honest.
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided here by a Stellaron hunter, a wanted felon.
If they're that
in an
level of
attempt to
furry, why
resolve
aren't they
the Stellaron
kissing you?
crisis.
Look, Cass, just because they're also a furry doesn't mean
However,
that they're
everyone in the
that
cosmos
they
knows
have
of
to
the
kiss you,
Stellaron
okay?
hunter's reputation.
Furries can be
So,
monogamous
Why
too.
did you place so much trust in them? Could it be that some of you have a connection with them?
Talk about Elio's prophecy. It's like it all comes down to the Stellaron. Should we talk about Elio's prophecy yet? That's my question. I think I'm between like 1 and 4 here. 1 is it all comes down to the Stellaron, and 4 is talk about Elio's prophecy. We didn't know about the prophecy at that point, though.
Apart from the Law Fu, there are many other worlds suffering from Stellaron corrosion. For example, Eurilo
Okay,
6, the
I
world that the Express stopped
think
at before
made the
reaching
right
Law
choice there.
Fu, was one of them.
To the Express, Stellarons act as roadblocks on the Silver Rail and pose risks to the warping process. And that's why dealing with Stellaron issues is part of the
Imagine it
duty
come like
of the
human hands, but
Nameless.
larger in general, longer fingers, sturdy claws, and maybe some pads where the fingerprints would be.
Ah, I've heard about those problems caused by Stellarons. The Express connects various worlds, so it makes sense for you to take care of this. The cosmos is a mess, and the Trailblazers are just doing their best to fix it. I understand. Let's move on to the next question. The report suggests that
What happens if you fail this
the master of the
negotiation?
disciples of Sanctus
I'm assuming you don't just have to
Nexus,
fight
led
Fei
Lord
Xiao.
Ravager and use the power of the Stellaron to resurrect the Ambrosial Arbor. But here's the thing. Dawn Shu was just a chief alchemist. Even if she colluded with our enemies and summoned the Stellaron, how did she manage to bypass the Vtuber guards around the Ambrosial Arbor?
I don't actually know the answer. I don't actually know the answer to this. The preceptors of the Lawfu seem suspicious. I have personally met Dan. I don't remember enough about to know what the correct answer is here. Emotional trigger. Skip this round of negotiations. Return to the previous round. Oh, okay. Last time the number 1 was the answer. Should I just use skip this round? I'm between 1 and 3. But I don't know exactly how exiling You've decided to withhold your opinion on this question. Fisher offers a slight smile, displaying no
According
answer.
to the report, Lord Ravager Fantilia is the mastermind behind the entire conspiracy. She disguised herself as an ambassador of the Skyfaring Commission and traveled with you, only to vanish without a trace later on. It seems too convenient to label her as a scapegoat.
Fantilia is a heliobus? I don't think so. This is actually like a fan theory. I've seen this as a fan theory. Fantilia was eager to obtain the power of the... I mean, this is true. But this is also true. Oh my gosh. Which is the correct answer? 1 and 3 are both true. Wait, what was the Fantilia is a heliobus. Like, because the heliobi like took the form of like ghostly flames, right? And Fantilia also like took the form of a ghostly flame who can possess people. So like, this is a fan theory, but I don't think it's been confirmed. Wouldn't the witness? Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go with it. Okay. Okay, so that was the right answer.
You're not going to doubt one of your own people, are you?
Of course not. We can trust the testimony of Master Diviner Fu Xuan. However, even if she saw it with her own eyes, we can't completely rule out the possibility that she might have been deceived. After all, it's suspicious how the culprit just bizarrely vanished.
Okay, we win. That's good enough.
It seems that your answers have addressed...
I feel bad about skipping the second one, though. Like, the reason I didn't want to skip was I wanted to see what she would say in response.
Generals, I am finished with my questioning.
So, what do you
I feel bad about missing out on that dialogue.
Doubts in the report been cleared up?
Does it feel like we won the argument? I mean, it wasn't really an argument. She was just questioning us. It's an interrogation.
However, the 3 questions I posed earlier were not just for the nameless, but for you too, General Jing Yuan. First, the
You can always look at the dialogue responses on YouTube later. Yeah, Cole, but I'm streaming. I think the viewers are also here to see the game.
Second, you believed in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy and entrusted outsiders to solve the crisis, even granting them...
Wasn't it framed as a negotiation? It uses the negotiation mechanic, but it wasn't really a negotiation.
You on holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, putting the Lawfu back in the spotlight. That is a dereliction of wisdom.
Merlin's Claw. Is this your line of thinking? Or the Ten Lords?
From the moment I walked in, I made it clear that the questions I'd ask might not reflect my actual thoughts.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were deeply rooted and had been plotting for a long time. I admit it was my negligence for not noticing it earlier. As for the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy, I didn't believe all of it. But in the end, the Lawfu did survive the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
You say that while also commonly skipping dialogue.
It's safe to say that
Only when I'm out of time.
And as for
But when I'm short on time, yeah.
do you think I'm unaware of the risks? However, risks can also be opportunities. The Lawfu has lain low for too long. I believe it's time to stir up the dregs hidden in the depths and wash them away once.
So Jing Yuan is plotting around the Borison. He knows what's up.
Just as I expected from our sophisticated divine foresight. You have a way with words. I like it. But, unfortunately, ever since the report was submitted, the Alliance has been filled with rumors and speculation. Even within the Lawfu.
So when are we gonna see a female member of those both people? Bonk!
Resulting in the
Mods, bonk this man.
resurrection.
So what are your thoughts?
If I ever
General Fei Sha.
unlock membership on YouTube and I can have custom emotes, we absolutely need a bonk emote. A custom bonk emote.
General, I fully understand the difficulties of this position. Personally, I think all these rumors are meaningless drivel. Across the sea of stars, the divine foresight knows better than anyone else what happened on the Lawfu and the meaning behind it. Just as what happened on the Xianzhou Yaoqing recently.
You mean
Come on, big wolf ladies. Cole, are you just imagining like a furry but with boobs?
The scouts of the Verdant Knights have sent back reports that
That's
Borison are making trouble.
disgusting.
The Borison packs that were once divided and scattered have started swallowing
It's
each
just
other
1K subs and X amount of hours watched. It's not... The 1K is not a problem. I'm pretty close to 1K at this point. The problem is the hours watched. My hours watched is climbing up, but I'd still only about like 2/3 of the way there. So I'd have to increase my average view count by still like another 50%.
Isn't actually a Borison.
Like more than 50% to actually meet the metrics, and that is really hard because I've been doing this for like 2+ years now, and my average view count has not gone up very much. So that's the hard part.
She'll give them a chance to rise again.
According to this entity, is it? Whoa. Interesting. Oh, maybe Cole will get his giant wolf lady after all.
That's Fantilia.
Oh, never mind.
That's right.
It's just Fantilia.
You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the Patina Justice or the Seer Strategist, this conversation might not be so friendly. I've always had faith in my instincts, so I don't doubt your good intentions. But the Alliance has its fair share of questions and doubts.
It has gone up, though. You're doing good.
So,
By a very small amount.
Acceptable answer to satisfy the Alliance.
Not a lot.
What's in this?
Somehow Fantilia returned. I mean, Fantilia never left.
General Jing Yuan, you
Like
already
she
know
was she lost her body,
since you don't want to be
but
the
she
bad
didn't like
guy,
disappear.
I'll take care of it for you. You need the final word from the Ten Lords Commission to quell any doubts. And for that, I'll have to ask the two nameless to visit the Shackling prison.
Why?
No,
Are you imprisoning us?
I'm not imprisoning you. While you're there, I'll ask a judge in the 10 Lords Commission
The Karmic Mirror.
to record a detailed testimony with the Karmic Mirror from both of you. We'll fill in the gaps that weren't covered in the report and silence any protests within the Alliance.
I'm okay with that.
Will
Worried that I
you
might
let
go
us come back?
forward and keep you in the shackling prison? Relax. If I wanted to do that, you'd already be behind bars. Once you're done with your testimony, you're free to come and go as you please.
Then, as the Merlin's Claw requests,
Oh, there's one more thing. This testimony is for silencing the voices of opposition within the Alliance. But I would like to urge General Jing Yuan to listen to the pleas
So is the
of
Yao
Foxians
Qi mainly made up of Foxians then? Because obviously Fei Xiao is a Foxian.
Exactly. Hule is locked up in the Law Fu's shackling prison. Since he is the Brood Lord of
The
Force,
Brood
I
Lord.
want to transfer him onto the
Oh my
Sanjo
god, he's a Zerg.
Prison him there. The recent movements of the Borson suggest they're planning something big, so we must act preemptively.
it makes sense
Starcraft
that
mentioned.
the Foxians keep an eye on their arch nemesis.
Why do some fox people have tails and some don't? Maybe she can like summon and dismiss her tail at will.
I was worried this would turn.
Zerg like from Poster? No, from StarCraft.
Seems like both of you are on the same page, solving each other's
Brood
problems.
Lords are like a flying artillery unit
For a better outcome.
in StarCraft that like
And as for Hule,
shoot their
I'll send my
own,
Lieutenant Zhao
they
Chao
like
and more
fire their
to
own
General
children
Jing
at the
Yuan
ground.
and ready him for transport.
Would you want a new StarCraft game? It would be made by who currently owns the brand? No. I think the story of StarCraft it's done. It's well and done. We don't need more of it. I wouldn't mind if they made another RTS. It like StarCraft, but I would prefer it to be a new IP and a new story.
I'm really sorry about all this. But the testimony in the shackling prison won't take up much
Which,
of your
on
time.
that note, so a bunch of Blizzard ex-devs went and have been making their own RTS called Stormgate, which I've been keeping an eye on, and I feel really bad about it because like everyone in the RTS community wants this game to be really good. They want it to be the next StarCraft, but everything I've seen from it is just like, this game does not look like it's going to be good. It's very
I'll call for a messenger to take you to the
unfortunate.
interrogation
Yeah,
prison.
I think it's going to be a big disappointment.
And then you
That's,
can head back.
that makes me very sad.
No need to worry.
As you wish, General.
Like the Nova campaign did leave some potential for new conflict. Like the Nova campaign leaves potential for like more DLC, like smaller campaigns and stories. I don't think StarCraft needs like another main story, like on the scale of StarCraft 2. I don't think it needs something like a story that involves the entire galaxy. Yeah, smaller stories, I think that's fine, but we don't need a StarCraft 3. We can use more like StarCraft DLC and stuff, and expansions or whatever. That I'm fine with. Oh, this has not always been here, has it?
The shackling
Reminds me of
prison.
one of the guys who split up from Caleb McMighty number 9.
Didn't expect to be back here after all these years.
But all the RTS are dead. So, I mean, the upside is there are several new RTSs coming out that I think look very good. They look very exciting. Like there's 2 Command and Conquer inspired RTSs coming out. One based on Tiberium and one based on like Red Alert 2. The one based on Red Alert 2 looks crazy. It looks insane. And I can't wait to play it. I can't remember the name right now. But it looks absolutely insane. Like, the units are just crazy. There's like a Mad Max faction. There's like a jacked up World War I faction, and there's like a modern or future technology faction. They look, and they have all sorts of crazy things. Like I remember one unit is like they have like these giant balls with guns on them that roll around shooting stuff and crushing stuff. It looks crazy. I can't wait to play it. Will it have Tim Curry? Probably not, unfortunately. Wait, is the Shackling Prison inside the Scale Gorge waterscape too?
The Shackling Prison is spread out across multiple delves, and the Ancient Sea is just where they overlap. Please, come on in, dear guest.
Is the Shackling Prison like interdimensional or something? The other one is basically just like Tiberium Dawn, but with new names for things. Like the Tiberium is red instead of green, and it's called something else which I can't remember, but it's basically Tiberium. Yeah, I can't wait. There's some cool RTS games coming out that I can't wait to play. And they look like they're going to be really good. But unfortunately, Stormgate... So the problem is, like, those other RTS games I'm talking about, like, they'll be really fun, but, like, I know for a fact they're not going to, like, last. They're not going to have, like, a competitive scene, that an esports scene that will endure, which is what everyone was hoping Stormgate would be, because it was made by... ex-StarCraft devs who were, the king of RTS as esports. And they were really hoping for that, but the game does not look like it's going to be good enough.
The Shackling Prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing. It's completely underwater.
Whether it's in the clouds or underwater, breaking free would still be a piece of cake for me.
Okay, Mose.
Still thinking about your old jailbreak tricks, huh? Forget it. You're free now. Just don't
Oh,
do
hey, it's
anything
Tai Lung's
stupid.
prison.
The judges will throw
Yeah,
you back in there.
this is a very classic Xianxia setting.
Taking Hule back to the Yaoqing means a lot to the Foxians on the ship, and to the General herself. So stay alert.
Okay, well... Jiao doesn't seem that sus, I guess. I mean, he's still a little sus.
Division of the Ten Lords Commission.
We're Jiao Cho and Moza. General Fei Xiao
Oh,
sent
is
us to
that
expedite
how you pronounce it? Moza?
to the Yaoqing.
That's not Moza. That's not Mandarin. I don't know what
We're here to inspect
dialect
the conditions of his
that language is
imprisonment
from.
and make preparations for the handover and transportation.
Your friend worked on an RTS shooter that also supposed to be a third-person shooter? Wait. Was that Tiberium? Was that the game she worked? Did she work for EA?
Your visit request has been approved.
Or was it something else? You think it's a common trope? It's not just a trope, it's a specific, like, visual style.
And the arch nemesis of the Foxians,
Like,
is responsible for 2,100
Chinese fantasy prisons, they look like this. They look, there's a specific way that they look. That's just, it's like a medieval fantasy castle. This is just how they look.
until the end of time. He shall never be pardoned.
The Forest of Swords, oh my god.
Repeat his crimes and sentence, Your Honor.
It was an indie studio and you think someone from Blizzard for helping them? Ah, okay.
The stories of his atrocities are used to terrify our children. I'm well aware of every crime he's committed. Let's move on to the next step.
When it comes to visiting,
Because I remember Tiberium was going to be a first, or I don't know, like a first or third. It was going to be a shooter, but it also had RTS elements. I got really excited when you said that. It's another thing that EA has failed us.
up at the bottom of the Shackling Prison. It
Got far enough to have a closed beta though. Oh yeah, definitely not Tiberium
champion of
then.
the Lafu captured Hule. And during all those years, we never provided him with
Oh.
any food. Yet he somehow managed to stay alive. It defies all the documented physical characteristics of
You just
Force.
never provided him with any food? Like, were you trying to kill him? He was meant to be prisoned till the end of time, but were you trying to kill him actually?
Forest of Swords,
And it just didn't
forged
work?
by the Punishment Division, is a device of intense torment used to execute.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Most Forest
So,
die within
I
3
remember
days.
last stream I was talking about, if he's so dangerous, why don't they just kill him? Why keep him alive? I guess they were trying very hard to kill him.
Punishment.
And he just doesn't die. Okay. Fair enough.
Because of his abnormal characteristics.
Fair enough. He just will not die.
Apologize for any offense caused. Please
Oh wait, this
continue.
girl is cute. She's a puppet, Cole.
I've given you the instructions regarding Hulei's visitation. Please make sure you read them carefully.
Your friend worked on the 3D models for the game they're Speaking of which, have you been seeing Ghost recently? I haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's okay.
No, I'm not taking random medicine.
Then you won't be allowed to visit Hulei.
Just swallow it already. Hule is like all Borisin. He can release a pheromone called lupitoxin that induces fear.
Lupitoxin, okay.
Thousands of years ago, we Foxians were enslaved by the Borisin. Not because we were naturally weaker, but because of their lupitoxin.
Has it ever stopped you before? No, but I'm just letting you know. It hasn't been what long? I feel like it's been like a week or two.
I knew you were a reasonable person. Now that we've taken the medicine...
I'm just hoping he's okay, because I know he was mentioning he was having some hard times, and I also know it's been really hard times in the video game industry, so I'm hoping he's doing okay.
Your Honor.
What is it?
No, never mind. Maybe I'm just imagining things.
Maybe Zhao Chu actually recognizes her from back when before she was a puppet?
Here we are. Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please wait a moment.
Looking down, you see the honeycomb of densely packed prison cells extending deep into the darkness beyond your view. You hazard a guess on the number of prisoners you're capable of holding here. 3,000, 30,000, 300,000? Wait, this may not even be the entire shackling prison. You notice the scale gorge waterscape shackling prison was built at the bottom of the ancient sea as a column structure that extends endlessly into the depths. Spiritfarers monitor and manage real-time information of prison cells and prisoners on the scene.
Dear guests from the Express.
Hello, Hanya.
Judge Hanya of the Interrogation Division. We've met before.
I forgot how nice Hanya sounded. Her voice sounds real nice. Are you and your sister the only judges here? I mean, they're the only judges that have models so far.
I can call in the judge who's an expert in acupuncture, or the one who's handy with axes and saws, or the one who knows all about whips and ropes.
Ew, whips and ropes.
Here.
Tell me more.
Find one that suits your taste. Just kidding. We judges work in shifts, and it just happens to be my shift. Maybe we're destined to cross paths. Please allow me to express
She sounds familiar.
to you again for subduing the
I mean, she might the VA might voice some other characters. I wouldn't know. That's the kind of thing you ask Tommy about.
Looks like while March 7th and I were clueless, you already made many friends on the Shenzhou Luofu.
Nah, he sniffed when those guards. Oh, actually, that makes sense. Pom Pom takes care of us at home, and friends take care of us on the road. That's just how it goes.
We can't show any favoritism under the 10 Lords. So, please do as I command as we head to Scrivener Hall and beyond. Don't
Yeah, she sounds really nice.
permission. This is not a place for ordinary mortals.
You and Mr. Danhang, please come with me.
Please lead the way, Your Honor.
Please let me activate the mechanism before we all move forward. And please.
She reminds me of like Sonata, the person I played Power World with her last week. But like, if Sonata was just completely dead inside. Oh, wait, this place is way bigger than I thought it would be. Oh, I didn't realize we were getting like a whole new map region. Okay. Interesting. Was not expecting that.
I heard the war dance is about to be held in the mortal world. I remember watching a sword duel at the war dance with my sister when we were young. The Cloud Knight, who was the Luofu's ringmaster, was an amazing swordsman.
Wait a second, are you just Brock from the Pokemon anime?
The Outworld Challenger had fiery red hair.
In the sense that you like hit on any girl that you see?
Roared like thunder. They battled for a long time before a winner could be declared. Time sure flies. Now, both my sister and I are residents of the Netherworld, and we will never again feel the thrill of a competition. Are there a lot of people in Starskip Haven due to the war dance?
Wait, Tanya can't feel emotions anymore?
Sounds amazing. It's a shame I'm too busy to attend. But even if I could, I'd probably just scare people off.
What does it mean to be a resident of the Netherworld?
Let's get going then.
Must I break all their pottery? Yes, I must. That is the role of an RPG protagonist. What is this? How do I activate this? I assume this is something we'll have to do later.
It's freezing.
Unable to operate at this moment.
This place is filled with the cold air from the northern peak of the polar delve. Even the toughest long-life species would have a hard time enduring this.
Why do you have a polar delve? Why do you have an entire portion of the ship that's just dedicated to being too cold for anyone to live in? That's so inefficient. What?
Did you hear something just now?
Look, just because you're a planet-sized spaceship doesn't mean you need to use your space carefully, okay?
What an eyesore.
Advice from one starship to another.
This place is packed with boxes and crates.
These crates. They look
It's crazy that the story behind Hanya and Shui didn't get a spotlight. It's pretty sad. I know. Hanya and Shui's their backstory is horrifying, and that's why I think it didn't get a spotlight. It is actually so dark. It would like bump up this game's age rating if they actually like animated it.
The Spiritfarers received reports about an IPC transport ship that was attacked by Borison. Then, a bunch of those abominations were dumped into this place. I had a feeling there would be trouble during the war dance.
Because that's like what happened to Hanya and Shui is like straight out of like Dark Souls lore. I'm out of the loops. What is their backstory? So, you know how I don't know if you were here, Oz, but I mentioned earlier that Shui is a puppet, right? Well, the reason she's a puppet is because at one point, Hanya and Shui were fighting the Emanator of Abundance, which was this giant tree thing. It's like this tree-like abomination. And the tree-like abomination, it killed Shui, and then it would take its victims of its kills, and then the victims, their heads would become part of the tree, and the heads would speak. So the emanator killed Shui, and then it took her head, and like the head would started speaking to Hanya and like, "Join us, sister, join us." And then when they finally killed the emanator, they took whatever they could scrape up of Shui and made a puppet out of it. But the puppet Shui doesn't have any of the memories from before she died. So now Hanya is stuck with this puppet that looks like her sister. And she still calls her a sister, but you know, she doesn't remember anything about the time they were together before. You think we're getting a lore stream? Oh, I just explained it. It's not enough for like a full stream. It's like a few minutes, but that is like I said, that is like right out of Dark Souls. Of course, out of like a FromSoft game. Of course, like you would have a much less happy ending if it happened in a Souls-like game, but that is like hardcore brutal. The mechs in those crates are no joke. Wait, are you telling me a hacking tree became... No, the emanator had the form of a tree. That doesn't mean that was actually like a tree that became an emanator. I mean, it could be. We don't know. But that's also... I believe it's also the same emanator that they tried to use the same emanator to revive that one girl and then the Cloud Quintet, and that was the same emanator that's responsible for Danheng being banished and Blade being immortal.
I caught a glimpse of the mechs in those crates, and they bear a striking resemblance to Borison.
Yeah, said puppet only has a limited time of being awake and free. Yeah, and Hanya tries to spend any of that free time to hang out with her.
Business first. Let's keep moving.
It's the deer boss? No, it's... The deer boss is something completely different.
Strange. I don't remember checking the containment facilities a second time.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, I thought the mech was gonna get up and like punch her, but...
Emergency! All wardens prepare for action! Emergency! All wardens prepare for action!
Might be a little late for that. Damn, they had a lot of them. Okay, remember how hard it was for Firefly to just defeat just one of these things. Like remember these things can like fly and shoot lasers and stuff. Because I'm pretty sure these are the same things Firefly was fighting in her trailer.
Can I have fun this time?
Tai Lung has escaped, yes.
I weep for the departed.
Okay, the real question is, like, what the hell was the IPC doing? Why is the IPC working with these guys? That's the question here.
Creations.
But how is this even possible? The Spiritfarers follow the protocols, cutting off power to the mechs and sealing the crates. How could these mechs still start moving?
It's just like what happened in the Artisanship Commission before. These goods went haywire and attacked everyone in sight.
Lingsha mentioned there was some kind of biological tissue inside the
The
mechs.
Alchemy Commission members examined them and found some unusual structures within. These things showing up in the shackling prison can only mean one thing.
A prison break.
And whoever delivered these goods clearly wanted them to go through the Xianzhou's strict inspection process to show the Skyfaring Commission and Cloud Knights how dangerous they were. They wanted these mechs to end up right here, in the shackling prison.
If these things already started taking action while nobody was paying attention, then the whole
We've
prison is
been
in trouble, I'm afraid.
played. We've been bamboozled.
Another group of visitors just entered the depths of the shackling prison. The messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing and the prisoner they came to visit might be the target whom these wolf-shaped mechs were delivered here for. If that vicious beast manages to break free, it will be a catastrophe for the Xianzhou Luofu.
Alright, let's go and beat him up.
Here we are.
Have we arrived already, Your Honor? Shouldn't there be a kid?
I've given you the diagrams for lighting the lanterns. Please take a look.
Really? We have to do this? Okay. Okay. What? It's a little confusing. No? From the bottom to the top, so I start with this one, I guess. Why do people assume the Sparkle plush, that Sparkle is the mech and not her already being active and putting her spot? Again, it was like one guy on Twitter, but that guy on Twitter, his tweet absolutely blew up. And I don't know why, because it was like not a good analysis, frankly. Okay, so the map was completely unnecessary. Also, holy cow, that is a big-ass key. Your headcanon is everything she did in Penacony was simply to play matchmaker between Trailblazer and Firefly.
The path is open. Once we descend to the bottom
I think you're giving Sparkle a little too much credit. I don't think she has any, like, coherent goals that far out. I don't think Sparkle is capable of planning that far ahead. I think she just, at some point, she decided to just make it matchmaking between Trailblazer and Firefly. I don't think she started off that way.
The Foxians. Hule.
Oh. I do not like this. This is about the time where all the mechs and the Borisin show up and attack them.
According to custom, envoys from the Yaoqing visit the Xianzhou Luofu once every century to check on this abomination's imprisonment and condition. Even though the Ten Lords Commission sentenced Hule to the Forest of Swords, suffering every day for the rest of his life, I understand that the Yaoqing messengers want to see him dead. Unfortunately, for the past 7 centuries, they've had to return disappointed. Because
yeah,
this
okay.
beast simply
Yeah, that's basically just confirms what I was speculating earlier. So he just can't be killed. That makes sense. The why you'd have to try to seal him away.
An innocent life. It might help balance out some of the sins he's committed.
You want to collect his toxin, Chao Chu? How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that?
To a cure for the general. Hule.
Yep. Now's when they're under attack.
And once again, the envoys of the Yaoqing will leave.
What if we free the furry? Maybe I think we're about to see the furry be freed, but I don't think he's gonna be our friend.
Who's there?
I'm just a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. You can call me Mock.
This is mock talk? Dude, your human Sona sucks.
Nobody will hear you here. At the bottom of the shackling prison. Thank you for opening up the prison for us, Your Honor. We'll take it from here.
No wonder I kept smelling that familiar stench. So it wasn't just my imagination. Do your thing, Morza.
We mustn't let these abominations get any closer!
Oh!
Detestable things. There are too many.
Oh, I thought we were gonna get to play as Morza. Apparently not.
Soldiers available for us.
Oh, wait! Wait. This is Chochu. I need to know. This is perfect to learn how he works. Single target does minor fire damage, deals fire damage to a single enemy, and a minor fire damage to adjacent target. A high chance to inflict 1 stack of Ashen Roast. That's the number of Ashen Roast stacks on enemy targets, the highest number of Ashen Roast stacks on the present on the battlefield. It activates the zone and deals fire damage to all enemies while inside the zone. Enemy targets receive increased ultimate damage with a chance of being inflicted with 1 stack of Ashen Roast while taking action. Oh, okay. After attacking, there's a high chance of 1 stack of Ashen Roast on the target, causing the enemy to take increased damage and be considered as burnt. Okay, yeah. No. Acheron needs him. Or not needs, but like, yeah. He's gonna be really good for Acheron.
I see through you. Converge and awaken.
Yeah, he is exactly what I wanted. He's actually better than what I wanted to be. I just wanted him to be able to apply debuffs with his basic attack. But he also, his ult makes it so enemies can apply stacks to themselves during their turns, which is insane. So, yeah, he's a must pull for Acheron. What did the furries do to be condemned? Well, apparently they once ruled over the Foxians as like they held them as slaves, is what it sounds like.
Feeling spiffy?
Still waters of oblivion.
All things human creations.
And his field increases. Oh yeah, that too.
It's better to make no move.
I see through you. I'll go easy this.
Another journey destined for oblivion.
How presumptuous. Die now!
Leave if you can.
Okay.
Since you're already here.
It's not time yet.
Can you find the answer?
Did he just like throw medicine at him? At them? Is that his ult? Wait, I thought, wasn't he supposed to be a healer? I thought he was supposed to be, a healer in story, not a healer in gameplay. Maybe. I thought he would be able to heal, so he could be like a replacement for Fushuan in the Acheron team, but I guess he's actually like, he's more like a silver wolf. Uh-oh. Here comes the big guy. Oh no, Shui, don't do it. Don't do it. You're just gonna get killed again, girl. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. She's doing it. Yeah, saw that coming. I saw that coming. It's because she's a puppet, so we can depict her as getting smacked around and killed, and she'll be fine.
It's the flesh and blood of my fellow kindred. A sad scene indeed.
What? Is he saying that he's gonna eat the corpses?
Welcome back.
He's gonna just eat the ones on the ground? He's just gonna do a little bit of cannibalism?
How many times has the old verdant home spun around since our last hunt? Duran's whelp. Tell me your name.
Oh, great.
Duran's whelp?
Nemesis of the Foxians and the hunter of all beings. I'm Moktok, a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. I am only one insignificant heir spawned from your blood.
Is he just gonna grab him and eat him?
At least 7 centuries since you led our pack through the hunting grounds of the stars. I'm thrilled to see that you are as cunning and skillful as ever.
7 centuries. 7 centuries have passed. But why have Duran's whelps grown to look like this? Tell me, Moktok, why have you grown to resemble our most despicable slaves and enemies, the Foxians?
I've been commanded to release you from this cursed prison. It is Senjaya's will. That's why I had to take a magic pill, don the skin of a lowly beast, and play along with their hypocrisy.
Since you have an escape plan.
He just called it a ridiculously large ship.
My brothers and I will lock down this prison, trapping the prison guards inside. This will buy us some time. The rest of my crew, who are undercover like me, will secure the vessels for our escape. According to the plan, we only have a tight 2-hour window to get out of here. Originally, I intended to carry out the plan tomorrow, but they're planning to transfer you to the Xianzhou Yaoqing now. So I seized this opportunity to set you free.
I think this might have been part of Jing Yuan's plan. To force them to do the plan a day early.
Even if we manage to get the ships, our chances of escaping are slimmer than a Foxian slipping through my claws.
But we have no other choice. The angel serving under the Master of Immortality sent me with a message. Only your return will end the prolonged...
Was he not talking about how they are both from the Emanator of the Abundance? Huh? What?
Every one of my crew is ready to lay down their lives if it means setting you free.
The sneaky weak.
Everyone's just ignoring Jojo. He's just standing there. He's one of the hated enemies. He's just a Foxian. He's just standing there.
And all of Duran's whelps will too.
Well then, my lord, we should leave now.
No, is no one gonna do anything about him?
Give me one of those magic pills.
Is it gonna work on him?
You seriously want to don the skin of a lowly beast?
One of those lowly beasts just standing right behind you. These things, some of these still haven't noticed. Was he not talking about how they're both from the Emanator? But I don't think he was. Oh, okay. No, sure, he wasn't like made from the Emanator of Abundance.
As you wish, my lord.
Is that Foxian slave my meal?
No, he's an envoy from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. I plead you to endure him a bit, my lord, as he's more
Oh, that's why. You want to take him hostage.
Time to move out.
Please, sir, please, Great One, don't eat the hostage.
Are regrouping. Those Ingenium enemies are wandering around and causing heavy casualties. And to make things worse, those iron wolves broke open the cages and let the criminals out. We've called for backup. But it's
Man, the IPC better eat so much shit from the Xianzhou from this.
Preserve our strength and first take down the isolated prisoners. By decree of the 10 lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Just a short time ago, the nether key mechanism was activated. It was probably Madame Shui and the Yaoqing messengers, heading to the bottom of the prison. Given the situation, I'm afraid that area is exactly where our enemies are targeting.
We mustn't let that vile beast escape from its cage.
We've gathered
A little too late for that.
who can still fight, and we'll split up and secure each floor.
Go!
And I think I know where we're going.
They must have been planning this for quite a while.
Indeed, but Borison tend to favor direct and aggressive approaches. Crafting careful and precise plans like this is simply not.
I mean, we already know Fantilia's involved, and this is exactly her style.
Please help me.
Oh, we'll help you any day, Hanya. Like I said, wherever we go, we always end up in trouble.
What's the fastest way to the bottom of this prison, Miss Hanya? If we don't get there quickly, will soon be outnumbered by all the enemies inside.
We'll have to bend the rules.
Also, Wraith, do you have any idea how much more there is? I feel like we're probably close to the end here.
Breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, Jiao Chu is he's too good for Acheron to pass up for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
It feels like he's gonna like almost double
We need a few tools
her
to
stack
clean up
generation, if any. Maybe.
Follow me to the next floor.
Oh, I really thought he was going to be a healer though.
No matter.
That's like the one thing. Because if he's not a sustain, if he has no sustain, he's not a replacement for Fu Xuan and the Acheron team. That's the problem. When he said he was a healer, I thought he was actually going to be like a healer. But no, he's not a healer, he's just debuffer. Gameplay and story segregation.
Some spirit
This whole stream a bit about. Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. Okay, we'll just keep going. We shall keep going.
Using devices like the shifting screen is strictly
So who gets the boot? It'll have to be Silverwolf, I guess. If you, unless I missed something with his skills, which I don't think I did. But he'll have to be like a Silverwolf replacement. Because the team, you can't make the team work in most content without sustain.
I hope we're not too late. Hang in there, sister.
You can might be a level 15 minutes. Okay, that's not bad. I'm fine with taking. This goes on for like another half hour. That's perfectly fine by me. I just, if it was gonna go on for like another hour or two, it was like, I'm gonna save it for next week.
Battle here not long ago.
How did we miss them? There's only one path down here. How did we miss them?
The gate to the prison delve is wide open. Hule has managed to break free. Where are the Yaoqing messengers? And where's my sister? Are they still alive?
Let's look around. Maybe we'll find some clues.
There's only one path out of here. How did we miss them? Oh, hey, a treasure chest. I want to get it now because Tommy would freak out if I didn't. Oh. Look for Trey's tracks. I think we just found... I don't think we need her tracks. I think we just found Shui.
Is here.
She don't look so good.
Miss Shui briefly sacrificed herself. My condolences, Miss Hanya.
Condolences. Well, that's unnecessary.
She's a puppet. She can be put back together.
You understand. Thanks to the Ten Lords' blessing, my sister turned into an Ingenium centuries ago. Dying and returning as just a soul to the Hall of Karma's document office has become a routine for her. While I'm not keen on seeing her throw away her body like it's some replaceable part, but...
Aww.
By the way,
poor
have you
Hanya.
seen bodies that might be the Yaoqing messengers? One of them is a Foxian wearing exquisite clothes, and the other wears a dark cloak, like a fugitive.
No. I haven't found any Foxian bodies. Only Borisin ones.
So, the intruders and Hule are holding the Yaoqing messengers
I mean, maybe he just devoured them, swallowed them whole. You don't know.
With hostages in their grasp, the prison guards can't do anything about the prisoners. If anything happens to the messengers, the relationship between the Yaoqing and the Luofu could be irreversibly damaged. We must rescue the messengers, get out of here, and spread the news. We mustn't give up as long as there's a glimmer of hope.
What have you found, Miss Hanya?
Burb. A cyber specter.
Reconstruct.
Oh?
It's my sister. Looks like her soul has
What?
returned to the Hall of Gods.
She possessed the burb?
Her death can give us information that we can turn into an advantage.
The most Northy coded.
But if I can fix it up, my sister will have a temporary body.
Oh my gosh. She became one with the burb. How do we do this puzzle again? I may have, it's been a while since we had to do one of these. There we go, okay. I remembered.
Hanya, I'm back.
Welcome back, sister. I don't know what kind of expression I should have at a time like this. Happy? Tears of joy? Forget it. I'm used to you coming back in all sorts of forms.
Really? Your new form's kinda cute.
Time for jokes. This
Wow. She sounds much more energetic.
Sister, what did you see when you were killed?
One of the Yaoqing messengers
She just works like a Pac-Man ghost.
and the other one
I mean,
was
she's
taken
already
hostage
dead.
And brought
Besides the Borison, there were other intruders. Invisible.
Invisible intruders? What does that even mean? How many conspiracies are tangled up in this mess? Do me a favor, sister. The intruders have cut off all communication between inside and outside the prison. And now you're the only person, the only bird who can slip out undetected. Make sure you deliver the news to the outside world.
I understand. Please be careful, sister. You are different from me.
Cycrane flaps its wings and steadily flies out of the lower levels of the shackling prison, charging straight ahead into the depths of the shadowy passage.
Time is running out, Miss Hanya. If we keep delaying, those Borison will escape from the prison.
All right.
I mean, how do you know we haven't done that already?
Across that Yaoqing messenger who got away. No. Stopping Hule should probably be our top priority.
Yeah, Mozo seems like he can take care of himself. Is this where I'm supposed to? Oh, yes, it is.
Wait.
I see a mech there,
Something
so.
feels off. Something's approaching us.
The invisible intruders?
Watch your back!
These abominations aren't prisoners
Wait,
from this prison.
actually invisible? What? I thought she was talking about, like,
Still waters of
I thought she was just talking about, like, the hidden ones.
Fun this time.
Or, like, the ones that were, like, disguised.
I weep for the departed.
You saw cold prison, now and should have seen. Oh, yeah. I guess we also have a hot prison now.
Together as one.
Oh, yeah, right, the invisible shtick again.
Free will.
A quick
I haven't seen that since the,
on the Lawfu is truly concerning.
Oh, hello, Mose.
Aren't you looking for me?
For oblivion.
This combat needs. This is double speed.
Again?
No matter. Huh. More enemies.
I weep for the departed.
Man.
It is my fault.
Just
I mean,
fight.
if they didn't I mean, if they didn't know that it was possible for the furries to adopt human sonas, like, there's no way they could have really planned for this, right? Like, if you just didn't know about that was even a thing that could possibly happen. I don't think they're too much at fault here.
All things human creations.
You know, these wolf guys are actually pretty accurate to what your beast form would look like. Oh, the deep lore. Have you drawn your beast form yet, Cole?
Can I have fun this time?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
A quick divination. Converge and awaken. I'll go easy.
Technically, yes.
Find the answer.
Why technically? Goodbye. Okay, now we talk to Mose. Or not. I guess we still can't talk to him. In the form of tracing the abomination from darkest... Ah, you traced it. The man seems to materialize from the shadowy corners of the prison as if he could vanish into thin air at any moment. The fugitive wearing a dark cloak spoken of by Hanya now stands before you. His face is devoid of any expression, cold and indifferent, yet inexplicably you could decipher this expressionless facade as if it whispered, "You're finally here."
The prison management on the Lawfu is truly concerning.
You already said that a moment ago.
Repeat it. It's the truth after all.
Is he a bot? Are you a bot, sir?
Groups of intruders infiltrated here. The wolf cubs and these Mara-struck soldiers. Their hiding technique. It's pretty similar to the wind mantle technique used by the Vidyadhara serving Kylorum Venti on the Yao Qing. What do you think? Well, never mind if you don't have any clues. Now is not the time to exchange assassination techniques. I'm Waza. My friend fell into the clutches of that wolf. I was planning to escape and report back as quickly as possible. Now it seems the prison on the Lawfu is a real maze.
He got lost.
Thank you for your help.
He got lost.
We'll do our best.
No, you can do nothing for him now. And you shouldn't be focusing on his safety at the moment.
Is he your friend?
And you're just going to leave him behind?
Look, I'm the Yao Qing General's guard, not his. I've seen how that giant wolf fights, and there's no way. Trying to save my friend will only get us killed. I don't know how you think, but I won't throw my life away for a lost cause. Listen up. I've been tracking these fugitives, and I know their next move. They're planning to seal off the entire prison to keep the outside world in the dark. The worst case scenario, we are all killed by that giant wolf, and the shackling prison is sealed off. No one will know about us or about their escape until it's too late. And the best case scenario...
We kick all those bad guys' butts. With an indifferent gaze, he sized you up and down. Somehow you deciphered her expressionless face as this saying, "This person's lost their mind. How pitiful."
Would be, we seal the gates and trap the enemy inside with us. We can't let that monstrous wolf escape. Hopefully, someone will eventually notice that something is off and come to help. As for whether we'll still be alive by then, it's not something we should think about.
You sure have a way of comforting people, Mr. Mortson.
As a person of the Yao Qing, I've always searched for something meaningful to give my life to.
I have to make it out alive. My companions are waiting for me.
As a netherworld dweller, I've already died once.
Wait, Hanya's also dead? I didn't know that. I want to make it out alive too.
Even if we end up dying here, I won't let it happen to you first.
Aw, thanks, Dan Hung.
Just as good at comforting people as Mr. Moores. None of you are part of the Ten Lords' commission, so sacrificing yourselves isn't the right move. As a judge, it's my responsibility to guard this prison, and if someone should step up to stop Hule from escaping, it should be me. not you. Once we reach the gate...
Sounds like 4-star thinking, Mose. Oh, wait. Yeah, Mose.
Do you find now? Let's proceed.
Is he a freebie? No, I don't think so. He's on the banner. He's just a 4-star. I'm not doing that chest right now. I'm, because we are short on time. Go away. Oh wait, I can do this. Because Fushan's technique makes it so you can't get attacked. Forgot about that.
We must seal
You figured out that part? Yeah, I know, Tommy.
The prison wardens and mechanisms won't be able to hold them for long. Follow me.
Wait, weren't they also holding the Heliobi here? What if they released the Heliobi? That would be bad.
We're almost there. The gate is just ahead.
Infallible.
I will hold them back. Don't let Hule escape.
The IPC has so much to answer for here.
This combat me. This is double speed.
What were one of these things even doing on Penacony?
It too shall fall.
Yes, called the ghost. The not ghost. Hello, gentle noob. Welcome. Good to see you here today. Haha, loser. You do nothing. You do nothing. You absolute loser. The Shacklet prison has become a killing field. The prison guards try to resist, but Jiao Cho watch them all.
Memories of chasing, gnawing, and tearing. They're back. They've all come back.
My lord, we're just one step away from freedom. As we pass through the gate, no one will be able to stop us.
I mean, there's still like the entire rest of the ship to deal with.
It is useless now. Kill him, Moktok.
Do something, Jiao Cho. It's just like the old days, you useless loser. Just do something.
Maybe this Yao Qing messenger can strike a deal in exchange for his life. He can use his status to help us escape from the Xianzhou. What do you think, Mr. Jiao Zhou?
Oh, just look at you, fallen so low during my absence.
You're negotiating with livestock.
As far as I recall,
Damn.
no one from the Yao Qing would ever consider a deal with Duran's offspring.
I've got to make this beast stay here, whether it's for the sake of Fei Xiao or the Yao Qing. Deal. I certainly have more value alive. My identity, my knowledge of the Xianzhou, and my understanding of many things that your minions have no knowledge of. They'll all be valuable.
I mean, yeah, he could just like play the part of a slave, right? Because they regard them as naturally as slaves.
Beast. Muster up that pitiful tongue of yours and plead for what remains of your life.
Managed to get hit with the wushu finger hold.
I'm afraid you're unaware. The woman who defeated you, Jing Liu, she has recently
Oh, wait,
returned
wait. Isn't Jing Liu being held in the shackling prison? Isn't she here? Oh, wait, no, she was being transferred to the Yaoqing.
for revenge is right in front of you.
She was being. Oh, right, I forgot about. No. That'd be crazy if she was actually being held here, though, wouldn't it?
My lord, this slave is talking nonsense. I've never heard anything about this.
Oh, now you want to kill him, Mok Talk. Make up your mind, boy.
And you, slave. From now on, you'll stay by my side. You'll only speak and move when I allow you to. Otherwise, I'll
Jing Liu is the blindfold lady.
tail inch by inch. Got it?
But my lord.
We must stay here for some time, Mok Talk. Fear not. Because once I step out of the prison, it's the people of the Xianzhou who should tremble in fear. I'll show them what true calamity means. Now, Duran's whelps, follow me!
Oh, I don't know. I don't know where this plot's going now. We're just gonna run. We're just gonna ignore all these guys. Oh, cutscene. Faster, faster! Really? That spear's gonna hold the door open?
After we lost contact with the shackling prison, we received a message from a Psycrane. The prisoners have revolted, and the criminal Hule is nowhere to be found.
What about the Yaoqing messengers and the Nameless?
No news at the moment. We're trying to restore contact with the shackling prison as soon as possible.
Oh, Fei Xiao's finger is clipping into her arm there. Well, this is certainly a bad look for Jing Liu. Or Jing Yuan.
It's just as we suspected. The rise of the Ambrosial Arbor was not the end of things, but the beginning.
This reeks of Yaoi shipping big buff wolf and his pretty boy slave. I don't know. I don't call that shipping, but I think it might be a dojin.
And the destruction itself. If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge.
Yeah, I want to see Fei Xiao fight the wolf dude.
As the Marshal's special envoy, I'll dispatch the Lawfu Cloud Knights to pursue Hule myself.
Looks like the hidden dregs have finally come to the surface. And as I said before, it's time to wash them away, once and for all.
After a brief but devastating loss of communications, the lockdown shackling prison is once more under control. The Express's Nameless may have emerged unharmed, but one of the Yaoqing envoys has been taken hostage. Meanwhile, the Borisin warhead, Hule, long confined to the depths of the shackling prison, has vanished without a trace. Wait, is this where it ends? A pursuit between the hunter and hunted would soon play out on the Xianzhou Luofu. Is that it?
One's hexachromatic position is always.
Damn! That's a cliffhanger. Okay. I guess, meanwhile, in March 7th land. Alright. I think that's a good... That seems about where we go. Alright, everybody. I thought we would at least get a boss fight with the wolf dude. Guess not. I guess that's gonna come next patch. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in. We will be... No, we'll be back to Wednesday Friday, Saturday. We'll continue the schedule next week. So thank you all for tuning in, and I'll hope to see you all again on Wednesday. Until then, have a wonderful rest of your weekend and a wonderful night. Good night, everybody. Good night.